Hello, welcome back to my channel. LK Naga. Itia Naga mano bishi manobi. Amike itu babi kine thakibo. Itu laga moi olop kobo. Itu manu to kon ase. Itu manu to ki manu ase. Inaga moi ke question kuri na thakibo. Moi inaga babi ase. Kile mane moi hoddai. Itu manu laga galti. Manu galti kang kuri dia. Itu he koi kine jai thake. Tate tik na ho hoise. Itu na hoy. Itu ase moi koi kine jai thake laga. Ita ase. Itu ba bishi manu bi naga manu. Moge itu manu ekdom biya manu ase. Inaga babi kine thakibo. Moi inaga babi ase. Itia naga manu kan. Ite ebar tik babi sabina. Itia naga manu. Kon inaga galti kam kura. Itu koi kine ahi ase. Bishi manu bi. Itu mood spectator. Hoi jaise. Jani ase. Holibi kobala mon nai. Inaka he thakabra. Moi to biya manu ase. Holibi moi itu na hoba lage. Oila muka laga forefathers, grandfathers kan. Ki cholai gine. Kote para suru kurine ahise. Aro takan ki nimide sacrifice. Takan ki nimide morise. Takan laga bimar. Takan laga dup. Takan laga sacrifice itu. Ko na hoa nishina. Itu to hobala na dibo hoi gine. Moi aha mano. Itahe ase. Hoy moi bi anu laga galti kang kura laga. Itu kang koi gine jai thaki ase. Holibi itu to ita reason. Ita condition thakabra. Moi itu koi gine jai ase. Moi itia itu general retire VS aten. Aro itia itu deputy atoki lancer of the NSCN IM. Tai kitia itu TH moi vai laga. Tai 60 years of national worker. Korea laga tai celebrate kore tamde tai kutha kwa laga. Moi video itu olop dekhai dibo. Jura viewers kan apuni kan tai kutha kwa laga. Itu huinibi hoigina. Moi itu eta koi ase.
From 6th of September from UN city reach China in the month of May. So how many months we have taken to reach China there? We were there in China till this first week of December. First week of December. But before our departure from China, on 13th of November, we heard a shocking news that Naga national leaders had signed the Shillong Accord. General Secretary, as the leader of the mission, called all the Naga Army officials immediately, and we discussed about the details of the Shillong Accord. And it was promptly condemned. We issued a statement there, and then itself. Like this, we had a tough time with the Chinese authorities to convince them also. But somehow we convinced them and we told them we will go back and we will organize our people. And we will come back again to you. That was our word to them. But when we were there in this Eastern Nagaland, we started fighting with the Burmese army. Well, this Burmese army were also trying to attack us. Our General Secretary decided to go to Lahe, Burmese army headquarters, and attack it. He thought that that was the only way to divert their attention from attacking our headquarters. Army commanders agreed to go and attack Tatlang. It is called Lahe. They decided to go and attack at his behest. But he said he himself must also join the operation, because Naga soldiers' life is not leaves. Pata na hoy, pata na hoy. Naga soldiers can kiri dhaga to pata na hoy. I must go. I must. Let me also test that. It's okay. I'll fight. Nobody was able to convince him. They tried in vain. He went there when the post was about to be overrun. He was badly injured. He got 39 wounds. Just imagine. He got 39 wounds. 3 or 4 of his teeth were knocked out. His jawbone was broken. One hit on the knee, one hit at the back of the ankle, and then the entire side of his body was also full of shrapnels. He could be saved only because of God's healing hand. Otherwise, he would have gone there. He would have gone away from us, there and then itself. Being a chosen and anointed person, God has never ignored him. God has always taken good care of him. And that is why, in no time, he got up again and he wanted to walk to reach council headquarters, which was 6-7 days away from the council headquarters. We wanted to carry him. He did not allow him to be carried. He just walked, screeching his teeth, grinding his teeth. No, he just walked and reached in 6 days. See, unless God had provided the strength, unless God has provided the spirit of determination of this kind, he would not have made it through. God is so good. Immediately, National Assembly was organized at Sipao on 16th of August. And there, Shillong Accord was condemned, as well as the federal government of Jashehure, which laid down weapons, was also condemned. And a resolution was also adopted to call upon President Phizo to immediately condemn. Our call, frantic call in China, from China, was not paid any heed by President Phizo. We really felt very, very hurt. But when we came together at Supao in Kamungun area in eastern Nagaland, President Phizo was re-elected as the undisputed leader, president of the NNC. He was also crowned with another crown. Double crowns were heaped on his hat. He was also elected as the president of the federal government. But our people were hell-bent to listen to the signatories of the Shillong Accord. This is how, again, another military coup took place in 1978, 30th of August. Since then, he was imprisoned, he was kept under detention along with our late chairman Isak Chishisu for 1 year and almost 6 months, only 5 days short of 6 months. This is how our leaders were treated. They were also expelled for good, for life, from the national service on ground of concocted, cooked up charges. But God's hand was working through SS Kaplang that time. SS Kaplang declared that, no, I cannot accept that kind of expulsion, the judgment order of the martial law, because they are elected by the National Assembly. They are responsible to the people only. Martial law cannot expel them from national service. I will leave it to the Naga people to decide. So that way, they were somehow saved for some time. Like this, we were compelled to form this NSCN because the NNC, which was formed by the Naga people, for the Naga people, and of the Naga people, has turned against the Naga people, fighting for the liberation of the country. They said, Shillong, there is nothing wrong with the Shillong Accord. There is nothing wrong with the Shillong Accord. Nothing wrong with the Shillong Accord. Nothing wrong to accept the Indian Constitution without any condition. After thousands of our people have laid down their lives, how could one talk like this? How could one think in this manner? So, we are very thankful to our advocate councillor, our General Secretary, and also our Chairman, late Isak Chishisu, who stood like rock. They said, nothing doing. We will fight to the finish. Life is in the hand of God. We must stand. So, like that, we fought after the formation of the NSCN. Yes, God's blessing poured down upon the Naga people. There was revival, spiritual revival within the among the cadres as well as among the people, common people, villagers. Thousands of people were converting, calling for providing baptism to them. This way, Naga soldiers were also fired with this nationalism, with the spirit of sacrifice. And everywhere, every battlefield, Naga army soldiers were defeating the Indian army as well as the Burmese army. I have taken so much time, but I will try to skip some points. When God was doing miraculous works, miracles for the Naga people, Satan was also jealously following the Nagas and setting traps here and there. So when things were going full swing with full steam, Mr. Kaplang started cooking something in his own camp. He stayed away from the council headquarters and he started talking that Isaac and Muiva were planning to surrender to the government of India on the basis of Mr. R. Swissa's proposal. Yes, the government of India did send a proposal in that manner, but that was never accepted as the agenda to be discussed. If at all there was a meeting between the government of India and the NSCN's representative. But since he had already predetermined everything, set out set out the strategies. He started attacking. And the Burmese soldiers, they immediately joined hand. Like this, more than 280 of our veterans were massacred, including even women and children. But God had not given up the cause of the Naga people, the case of the Naga people. It turned out to be a blessing in disguise. We left the eastern Thatar, eastern Nagaland to Khaplang. We came over into the west. Government of India must have thought that we are landing up in their net. So it would be a matter of a few months to finish us. But it was otherwise, completely otherwise. Our two leaders, they went out abroad after the National Assembly at Woto, Jordan Camp. Jordan Camp on 7th of November 1989, they went out. They went abroad and they started campaigning for the cause of the Naga people. The Naga case was internationalized by them, taking it to Europe, taking it to America, taking it to South Africa, Asia, almost every country, even Russia. And suddenly, again, when ceasefire had already been signed, the government of India committed a very nasty thing by instigating the Thai authorities to arrest Mr. Muiwa and Mr. Isaac. Unfortunately, our Honorable Atokilo sir was arrested at Thailand, in Bangkok, Thailand, imprisoned for more than 9 months. But it also turned out to be a blessing in disguise. They might have thought that when Muiwa was being taken out with the hardened criminals, with fetters, no? With the dirty dresses, prison uniform, half pant shorts, and this vest, short sleeve vest, loose. Whenever they were taken out to the court, they were paraded in that manner. It was the most shocking sight for me to see. I had not gone to Thailand to meet them during that period, but the way it was seen in the video, it really hurt. It really hurt to the core of my heart. My leader, one of the most venerated person, is being treated like a mere criminal, being paraded. But because of this humiliation, Americans came, Europeans also came, people from South Africa, people from India, Indians themselves also came to hear the case of the Naga, leaders case, leaders who were in prison. And later on, the magistrate, he said, this is not a case to be heard in the judicial court. The government must decide this case. It is out of the bounds of the law of the land. So that way, he was released unconditionally. He was released unconditionally. That had strengthened the Nagas. Nagas used to flock after his release. Nagas flocked to Bangkok to see the leaders for consultation with them. This way, our leaders who had been anointed, who had been chosen for the for the cause of the Naga people, had been blessed and had been preserved, sustained, and helped. We must always pray for the health of our leaders. He is now, as today, he has reached 90 now. We must continue to pray for him that he should remain in good health and live long till Indo-Naga problem is resolved honorably.
Nabigan itia sob huniloshe. Tai ki koishe. Awanigan itiu sot bujiloshe. Mui ite aro komole mon thaga. Tai laga speech to bishe lamba hoigina se. Ai ganda olop upor hoigina thakishe. Mui dibra itu eta main point jagade itu ek cut korigine dia laga eta se. Mui tate tai laga speech laga komole mon thaga. Itu esa hole do. Tai th mova laga. Tai kinega kang kurigine ahishe. Bal kang kurigine ahishe. Tai itu kan sob koigine dekhai dishe. Aru tai bal kang kurigine aha tamde tai kote thagine tai bal kang kurishe. Itu be ebar ba bisabe. Tai itu kang kure tamde tai koigine ja laga. Itu time de sob bi itu NSC. Tai NSC laga general secretary thagine. Tai kang kure laga. Mongkan itu bi dikhishe. Tai to eta anointed leader ase. Eta chosen leader ase. Tai na kore. Holibi tai itu tamde sob bi NSC. General secretary kurigine aha tamde. Laga story kan. Hiase. Awanikan tate itu buji operation na. Hoi tai bi bal kam kuribo. Bishi jaga de bi bal kam kurishina gi. Aru itu 1978 te. Itu th moiba. Aru aisai so tai junke. House arrest. Exhal 6 months. Nearly. Itu tai junke house arrest kurishe. Tai itu koishe. Hore tai ki nimide itu tai junke arrest kurishe. House arrest thakishe. Itu laga reason ekku koi diya na. Eta reason thaga nimide tai junke itu arrest kore laga se. Tai itu koi dile bal hole thakisele moi na babishe. Tai junke arrest kura. Itu esa hole to. Tai jun itu eta ideology alag hoigine thaga. Majority laga ideology na logine. Tai jun laga ideology itu he cholabo hoigine. Tai jun itu koi thaga. Aru naga manu pitorte itu banga bole itu boy kha nimide. Tegani tai jun ge house arrest kore laga. Itu be eta se. Aru naga manu sobse itu confuse hoine thaga to 1975 te Shillong Accord sign kore nimide. Bishi itu koi gena se. Holobi tai ko nishina Naga army laga headquarter te. Sob Naga army ran and files. Takan Shillong Accord itu condemn kurishe. Ogine itu VS item tabi koi gena se. Takan sob condemn kurishe. Tabi itu nijor koi gena se. Aru itu upor ki kuribo. Aru condemn kure pichite bi itu hoishe kobanagi. Tej muiva aru aisa tai jonto ekta leader ase NSC laga itu tamte. Aru tai jon condemn kurishe. Aru tai laga reigns and files can be sob condemn kurishe. Mon miligine. আৰু এইটো কন্ডেম কৰে পিছে দিবি এইটো নহয় হৈ কিনে আৰু ওলাব নাগে এবাৰ ইয়াতে বি ঠিক ভাবি চাবি না মই বেছিবাৰ এইটো শ্বিলং একৰ্ড শ্বিলংতে চাইন কৰে লগা এইটো লগা বেছি কৈ কিনে আহি যাইছে আপুনি বেছি মানুহ এইটো তাই লগা তো কি আছে এইটো শ্বিলংতে চাইন কৰে তো কি আছে এইটো চব বুজি যাইছে নেকি মই এইটো ভাবি আছে তাই লগা সঁচাটো কি থাকিছে আৰু কি নাগা হৈছে লাষ্টে এইটো কাৰণ চব আপুনি কাম বুজি লৈছে নেকি মই নাগাই ভাবি আছে এতিয়া NSCN এইটো ওলাটো হইলে এইটো শ্বিলং একৰ্ড চাইন কৰা নিমিতে ওলা লগা এইটো নহয় নাগা মানুহ বেছি মানুহ এইটো বুজিব নাপাৰা এইটো নাজানি নাথাকা লগা এটা আছে এইটো ওলাটো হলেতো এইটো একটা আইডিয়লজি socialist ideology নিমিতে এইটো ওলা লগা আছে 1975 পিছতে নাগা মানুহ খান সব আহি কিনে নাগা আৰ্মি হেডকোৱাৰ্টাৰতে কণ্ডেম কৰিছে মন মিলিছে কি লগতে হিনাগা কৰি থাকিছে হলবি তাকা লগা ভিতৰতে তাইজন লগা পলিচি থাকা এইটো চলাব হৈ কিনে ওলাই থাকা পৰা তাইজনকে হাউচ এৰেষ্ট কৰি দিয়া লগা আছে আৰু ইটো পিছতে ৰিলিজ কৰা পিছতে বি তাইজন ইটো মন নাছাৰি কিনে এইটো যা লগা মাকান এইটো দেখি পাইছে আৰু মই এতিয়া এটা এইটো VS আটেম লগা কথা দে তাই কিলে এইটো স্কিপ কৰি কিনে যাই আছে 1979 তে কি কাম কৰি দিছে নাগা মানুহ লগতে তাই কিলে ইটো লগা কামটো তাই স্কিপ কৰি আছে মই এইটো এটা তাতে একদম নাপুঞ্চে লগা মই পাই কিনে আছে তাকান চত মানুবি শ্বিলং একৰ্ড এইটো কণ্ডেম কৰিছে আৰু ইটো তামতে কিলে এইটো 1979 তে শ্বিলং একৰ্ড এইটো কণ্ডেম কৰা খানকিবি তাকান লাইফ বেছি লৈছে এবাৰ ইয়াতে ঠিক ভাবি চাবি এইটো লগা মাতা লাভটো হলে শ্বিলং একৰ্ড নিমিতে তাকান লাইফ লোৱা লগা এইটো নহয় মকান তাতে বুজিব পাৰে লগা এটা আছে 1979 তে নাগা মানুহ এটা সিচুৱেশ্যন একদম মনটো ভাল লগা এটা ফেচ কৰিছে এটা বাংগিনে থাকা ভিতৰতে তেজ মইবা আসাদ সো SS খাপলান তাকান এটা গ্ৰুপতে লিডাৰ হৈ যাইছে মকান কি লগতে মিটিং থাকিব এটা পিচ মকান কৰি ল'ব হৈ কিনে এটা ফাটাইছে এনে কৈছে আৰু কেতিয়া এইটো এটা আলাগ গ্ৰুপতে থাকা তাকান NSCF জিন লিডাৰ্স খান এইটো ভাল আছে এইটো মকান একজন জনতে বিয়া পানী থাকিলেবি মকান এইটো এতিয়া কি লগতে কাম কৰিব হলেতো এইটো মকান সব এইটো মিটিংতে যাব লাগে হৈ কিনে তাকান সব যাইছে আৰু তাই এইটো মিটিংতে আহা তামতে কি হৈছে কোন মানুহ এইটো socialist policy এইটো against কৰিছে এইটো কান লগা লাইফটো সব লৈ লৈছে নাগা মানুহ তাতে এবাৰ এইটো বি ভাবি চাবি না তাকান এইটো ওলাই যাতো হলেতো শ্বিলং একৰ্ড শ্বিলংতে চাইন কৰা নিমিতে নহয় মকান এইটো তাতে ক্লিয়াৰলি বুজিব পাৰিছে নাগা মানুহ এতিয়া চকু খুলিব লাগি যাইছে কিমান লম্বা মকান এইটো সঁচাটো ডিনাই কৰি কিনে সঁচাতে খাৰা কৰিব নাপাৰি কিনে থাকি যাইছে এতিয়া সঁচা ক'বলৈ টাইম হৈ যাইছে মইতো বিয়া মানুহ আছে হলেবি কিতো সঁচা আছে মই কৈ কিনে যাব বেছি মানুহ বি মইকে বিয়া পাব হলেবি কি হ'ব কি কৰিব বিয়া পালেবি নাপালেবি এতিয়া সঁচাটো ক'ব লাগি যাইছে লাইফ টাইম ইনাগা জামিলা হৈ কিনে থাকিব নাকি নাগা মানুহখন এবাৰ ঠিক ভাবি চাবি না কবি না আপুনি লগা কাম আছে কবি না মই লগা কাম আছে এইটোতো সব লগা নেশ্যন ইস্যুটো হলে আপুনি লগা ইস্যু আছে মই লগা ইস্যু আছে মই ক'লে ৰাইট আছে আপুনি বি ক'লে ৰাইট আছে আপুনি যদি নাগা মানুহ আছে হলে কমকে ৰখাবলৈ নাপাৰে এইটোবা এইটো সঁচা ক'বলৈ বই নাখালে বি একো নহয় কবি না কৈ দিবি না তাতেহি জানিব মই itu eta naga manuke challenge kurigina ahi ase aru moi itia eta last day itu very promote demo tai kotha ko laga tai eta PhD researcher manu eta ase tai eta ko laga havni kan tate hunibi hogine moi itu eta di ase video clip itu sabi hogine
to 75 agreement limite amakan jamela bi issue laise bishi manubi zapu Phizo to amen gri dishe ko ini taike bi blame gri je dusra group NSC press flip kora khan tole khali Phizo la nam hi duri thagi se ami bi research group kora temte bisari kini document panai microfilm de library te kunuma manu ke tips digini microfilm te box te pura bisari thagini itu paise moi aji Shillong Accord te zapu Phizo laga opinion ki dise moi itu letter to originally taikini ga lekise moi itu apna khan ke gobole mon thake Phizo statement on Shillong Accord 1975 published in the Times newspaper the Times ekta je London on 25th November 1975 tai letter to the editor newspaper kan ki likhise sir your correspondence in Delhi reports in your issue of November 20 that within quote the underground Naga movement will surrender its arms as a result of an agreement reached with the Indian government unquote or another within quote they have now accepted that Nagaland is an integral part of India unquote another quote Mr. Eze Phizo the underground Naga leader living in London is reported to have accepted it unquote or another and that he was kept informed during the negotiation Shillong Accord kuratamte Phizo logo kotha koini kwa nishina paper te olaise Phizo to koise may I be allowed the courtesy of your column to say that there is no truth in this report the facts are this a message from my people dated October 25 1975 asked me to be ready at short notice to go to Delhi for discussion the message said the only stipulation so far agreed was that any solution must be honorable and acceptable to both sides. Key agreement krise itu duita bi honorable acceptable hobo lage. Ineka kuri kine kwat wale hoile bi ami sob na poribo. Hoile bi itia India army kan tu amakam mati te bota se koi kine koya se itu huni se itu nimite inika situation te it is difficult to envisage a freely negotiated and honorable settlement under such conditions. Itu nimte inika situation te any honorable freely negotiate kuri kine settlement kuri bole ami kitta bi expect kura nai itu do na obore ko kini tai lekhishi de itu nimte Shillong Accord te amakan Phizo laga nam bi drag kuri jese hoi tai laga mistake bi olop thaki sabla silent hoise neki aku bishi kobole thakan na koi kuha nai neki na jane hole bi tai laga to hole tai to hole itu do na obore ko ini lekha tu itu London 1975 te tai letter lekha tu hole original copy to moi print kuri ni ama hate thakisi de
itu jani loise bishi manubi itu eze Phizo do Shillong Accord itu accept korise inaka hoigine halaga mokan itu bi hunise aru government of India do hoile eta misa koine eze Phizo bi tate sign kora mon miligine itu hoise hoigine koise inaka koise aru itia itu very promote demo tai ko laga ebar mokan hunia tamte apuni kan ki dikhibo parise ki hunibo parise eze Phizo tai London de thaka tamte tai itu hunia tamte tai bi itu reply dia laga The Times hoigine eta London laga newspaper tai tate eta Java reply dia laga tai koigina ase idu tai likhi dia laga original copy to idu tai laga hate ase hoigine tai koigina ase beshi manu bi Phizo condemn kore na hoigine koi thake holebi tai laga hate idu tai likhi dia laga tai paigina ase tai logode ase hoigine tai nijor koi ase ebar tik babi sabina tai tate ki likhi kina ase itu nohobo itu kitibi itu accept koribo na paribo tai itu koi kina ase itu NSCN laga leaders kan Phizo condemn kore na 5 साल rukhiche ena bi takan claim kuri kina jai ase holebi The Times London de tai eta condemn kora tai eta itu na hoy hoigine tai likhi dia laga itu hole to world pura jani jabo itu laga eta ase naga manu tate bi jani bi hoigine moi itu eta koi ase moi to bia manu ase moi nijor ke bal manu ase hoigine moi koi gina ja laga itu bi na holebi moi hossa kobo lage hossa koi dibo hoigine moi ahi ase itu ba naga manu kan younger generations kan aru leaders kan abuni kan hossa koi dibi na ekku na hoy hossa koi gine jaile এতিয়া hossa kobole laga time taise hossa koi gine jaise hole isor to protect koribo moi itu to ekdom strongly believe kore ase itu ba naga political issue itu hossa pore mokan itu solve koribo lage poila mokan laga grandfathers kan laga mokan laga grandmothers kan laga sacrifices takan laga dub itu mokan na harabo lage takan laga revenge kori dibo lage dinimide moi itu takan laga pains takan laga dub itu advocate kori kin jai thake moi eta dub ke bi itu against kori na ja laga itu na hole hossa to kote ase hossa to kon ase aru naga manu laga muri gine ja itu kan laga support kori gina itu kan laga piche de khara kori na ja laga manu ekta ase itu moi aji laga video to beshi lamba hoi jaise jibra moi yete aji charibo last time moi ko gine jai thaga nisna don't forget to speak your native language moi itu promote kori gine jai thakibo thank you all god bless Nagaland long live Nagaland